everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. Ellie and Josiah here. We have a full body workout on deck. Couple sets of hand weights, so something light that we're going to utilize in our oblique series, and something a little bit more medium to work your upper body with our legs. Let's get it started. So this opening sequence is going to be all about the obliques. One weight spring if you're looking for an extra challenge. One black spring if at any point you feel like you need a little bit more support to maintain your form in these moves. So Josiah, I got you on one white spring to start. We are going to begin in a plank. Hands to the front platform, toes to the carriage. Let's get it going.
Oh, gosh.
I know, plank, so exciting. So find a nice strong plank. Right? I like to point my thumbs forward on those rails and wrap my knuckles to the floor. I like to push down through the heels of the hands, slightly lifting the space between the shoulder blades. Wrap your abs in and around you, light squeeze of the glutes. From here, dancing bear is your first move. Slowly and with control, both knees are gonna drive towards one shoulder. You're slowly gonna lengthen back out into plank, and then take the knees over to the other side. So, tempo is on point, Josiah, very nice. I want y'all moving as slow as Josiah, and if you can, maybe just a little bit slower, but we're getting into the waistline right away. Right, so keep lifting your hips up towards the sky and really focus on that side body crunch, side to side. So as your knees drive towards one shoulder, you're feeling that crunch in the side of the waistline. We've got just 25 seconds here. We are gonna get into a left side plank next. So we're gonna start with the left forearm on the front platform. Option to pick up a light hand weight into your right hand. Let's go 10 more seconds. Slow it down even further. Right, relax your neck, shoulders away from the ears. In 4, left side plank. In 3, 2, and 1. So left forearm to the front platform. Right hand's gonna pick up a light hand weight. We're gonna find a kneeling side plank. Option to come to the toes if you like. From here, we are gonna go thread the needle. So we're gonna reach that weight around the left side waist, and then we're gonna open it back up. Good, so keep the carriage nice and steady to start. We're just going thread the needle. Right, and I want y'all at home to have a light hand weight in your right hand if you can. Push your left forearm down into the front platform. Really lift the left side waist away from the floor, and your left shoulder is stacked over the elbow. So try not to let the shoulder creep up towards the ear here. Squeeze your inner thighs together. If you want to add a little movement with the carriage as you thread the needle, you can add a little lift through the waistline, a little slide of the carriage in. You've got just about 15 seconds here. We are gonna come into tabletop, and we're gonna keep that hand weight in our right hand. Knees are gonna be on the carriage, hands on top of your front platform. We're gonna get into a little crunch in tabletop. In 3, 2, and 1. So just grab one of those weights in your right hand. Let's come to tabletop, friends. From here, strong through the core, knees hip width apart. You're gonna lift that right arm forward, and then you're gonna drive your right elbow towards your left hip. So you should feel a crunch in the left side waistline. And then you're gonna reach that arm out away from you, and then drive the elbow towards the left hip. Option 2 for more intensity, you're gonna float the left leg, and you're gonna drive the elbow towards the knee, and then lengthen back out. And at any point, you can ditch the weight if it's not working for you. The goal here is to keep the crunch in the left side of your waistline, right? We're getting this lengthening motion away, so you need a little work for the shoulder as well. Good, great job here, Josiah. Steady through the body, right? If the carriage is really sliding around on you, you can always go to one black. That's what I said about this opening sequence. One white or one black, you do you. You've got less than 10 seconds. We're gonna set down the weight. Let's go teaser left side. Hands to high handlebars, left foot over right. In 3, 2, 1. Set the weight down. Hands to your high handlebars. Left foot will step in front of right. Toes are gonna point towards your right shoulder. Lock your chest over the front platform. Slowly send the legs out. So you're finding this twisted side plank. And then you're going to pike slowly through the left side waist. And I want you to stop before your body weight settles into your heels. So really keeping the left oblique in this working range of motion, right? What is a working range of motion? It's a range of motion where you feel engagement, muscle tension in your left oblique throughout the entire range of motion. Slide your shoulders away from your ears, push down through the heels of the hands, thumbs point forward. In 4, we're gonna send the legs out and hold. In 3, 2, send the legs out here, hold. Now pull the carriage in just an inch, and you're gonna find a little pulse there, a little pike through the left side waist. You have 10 seconds. We're gonna have a seat on the carriage facing the back of the machine. You've got a little V-sit up and over. In 4, have a seat on your carriage facing the back of your machine in 3, 2, and 1. So turn around, face me, just say you're gonna be seated on top of your carriage facing the back, heels on top of your monorail. Hands are gonna come to your front platform. From here, you're gonna go ahead and take your legs over the monorail to one side. You're gonna V up through center, knees towards the chest, take the feet over to the other side. V up through center, good. So as you take the legs side to side up and over that monorail, I want you to lean back through the upper body just a little bit, right? So as the feet come down, we kind of lean back through the torso, and then we crunch the knees in towards the chest. Perfect. Nice work. Squeeze through the core. You really want to feel this in the abs, not so much in the hip flexors, and consider this a nice little break from being in so many plank positions. So enjoy it, squeeze side to side. Let's go 14 seconds here. We are headed into our right side plank next. Hand weight option for your left hand, right forearm front platform. Let's go side plank in 3, 2, and 1. So right forearm to the front platform, knees or toes to your carriage. This time, your left hand will have the weight. So left arm extended, we're gonna go thread the needle, right? And I want you to keep it pretty steady to start. Really push down through the right forearm, lift through the right oblique, and stabilize the right shoulder. Anytime we do a side plank, what happens is the shoulder has a tendency to sort of creep up towards the ear, so really set the shoulder down away from the ear. Awesome work here. If you want to layer in a little bit of a lift, a little crunch through the waistline, right, a little slide of the knees in, you definitely can. Perfect. Big exhale, big squeeze. We're going to get into that tabletop twisted crunch next. So you're going to keep the weight in your left hand. Hands will come to the front platform, knees on top of the carriage. You're going to meet me in tabletop. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So left hand has the weight. Josiah, from here, separate the knees hip width apart. Find a really strong tabletop, strong core. You're going to reach the left arm forward with the weight, and then you're going to drive left elbow over towards your right hip. So you're going to feel this crunch in the right oblique. Reach it out, right? And then exhale, squeeze, crunch, left elbow to right hip. Reach left arm forward. Option to float your right leg. Option to drive elbow towards knee, right? And if this is totally unstable on top of the micro, you can definitely do this one on the floor beside your machine as well, right? I'm doing it on the floor and it is hard, right? So our micro adds that extra balance challenge, which makes it even harder. Good. Slow and controlled, right? A little bit of work here for the shoulders. You've got 15 seconds. We're gonna pop it up to the high handlebars. Teaser is on deck. So hands to the high handlebars, right foot over left. We're going teaser. In 4, 3, 2, set the weight down. Hands to the high handlebars, right foot in front of left. Toes are pointed towards your left shoulder, right? Lock your chest over the front platform. Slowly send the legs all the way out to your twisted plank. And then drive your right hip up and over the right shoulder. Good. So you're moving slowly and with control. All right. Last thing we're doing up here on the front of the machine. So listen to my voice. If you've been doing this series on one black, you're going to want to change your springs. Make sure you are on one weight spring before we head to the back of the machine. Good. In 4, let's send it out and hold. In 3, 2, send the carriage out, hold. Squeeze your right oblique, draw the carriage in 1 more inch. Feel that pinch in the waistline. Give me little pulses, little pulses. Final 10 seconds here. We go reverse around the world. You're seated at the back edge of your carriage, feet under the back platform. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So have a seat on top of your carriage. Head to the back. You're going to hook your feet under the back platform, and we're going to go reverse around the world. So arms extend straight out in front of your heart space. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, anchor through the core, squeeze your glutes. Open one arm slowly out to the side. Try to keep the torso pretty still. Bring it back through center, over to the other side. Think about equal length in both sides of the waistline. And we're just opening those arms straight out to the side. If you want to add a tap to the floor, open it up first and then tap the fingers to the floor. Right, so being kind of robotic in your movements here. If you feel any sort of like drooping through the spine, I want you to lift the chest a little higher, work a little bit more upright, right? You want to keep the collarbones open, right? And squeeze your abs just a little bit tighter, squeeze your glutes just a little bit tighter. We've got 10 seconds. We're headed to reverse kneeling inner thighs, left knee on the back platform, right knee on your carriage. Reverse kneeling inner thighs in 3, 2, let's go on 1. Left knee to the back platform, right knee to the carriage. We're going reverse kneeling inner thighs here. Good, so upright your spine. Tall, chin off the chest, right into your inner thigh set. Good. Strong core, strong glutes. Okay, once you feel like you've got the hang of the motion with the legs, love for you to add some arms here, right? So if you've taken your weights with you, you could add a lateral raise, right, with the arms straight, with the elbows bent, right? We can add a bicep curl, front raise, whatever you want. I've got some weighted movements later that I will coach you through, but if you want to just get the arms moving, you can reach them up overhead, big squeeze as you come back in, right? Sometimes helps me slow down the movement with the legs to just add this big range of motion with the upper body. In 4, we're going to hit a little hold. In 3, 2, send it out someplace that feels a little bit challenging for you and hold. Stronger through your core, strong glutes. Lift your chest, slide your shoulders back, and give me little pulses. Little tiny squeezes, little tiny pulses. Squeeze those inner thighs. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pause. Slowly back to full range of motion. Try to stay in that working range of motion, right, where we feel the muscles working the entire time here. Soften your shoulders, chin off your chest, right? Take some deep breaths and get curious about experimenting a little bit, right? How can you make this move more intense in the muscles, right? How can you add a little extra element of challenge to every single exercise? You've got under 25 seconds to go. We're gonna hit one of my favorite leg exercises next. You have a reverse curtsy floor lunge, and we're gonna work the left leg first today. So your left foot is gonna step to the floor beside your back platform, the direction you're currently facing. Your right foot, your right knee that's on the carriage, right foot's gonna replace it. Let's go reverse curtsy floor lunge, left foot beside your back platform in 3, 2, and 1. So you'll come up to standing, you'll plant your left foot on the outer side of the back platform. Your right toes are gonna cross behind you to the carriage. Okay, nice transition, Josiah. So just to make sure y'all are in the curtsy, not just a reverse floor lunge, if you're facing your back platform, your left foot is on the right-hand side of the back platform, right? So your right leg kind of crosses behind you to get to the carriage. Good, that's gonna help us target the outer corner of your left glute, and it makes this move just a little bit more intense, I feel like, than the traditional reverse floor lunge. If you're feeling anything sticky in your knees, hips, or low back, I want you to just kind of start to rotate your body out away from the machine a little bit more, so things get a little bit more square until it feels like you are aligned in your body. In 4, we're gonna hold this lunge. In 3, 2, bring it down, find your best lunge, hold, check in, left knee over the left heel. Let's go Shiva kicks. We're gonna squeeze the right knee in behind the left knee, slowly lengthen out. This is about your inner thighs. Squeeze your inner thighs, freeze your left leg. Keep sitting your left glute down and back. You're here for 4, you're here for 3, 2, back leg is long, slowly lift it up, take your time, do not rush. Great job, Josiah. If you're starting to wiggle and shake, lose your balance a little bit, that is part of what we're here for, right? We want our muscles to burn and shake. That shows us that we're getting someplace new. We're building strength in our bodies, right? And the more they wiggle and shake, bring it on, the better. Okay, we're gonna hit those Shiva kicks one more time, then we're headed up front. You have a spider lunge on deck. So listen to my voice. You're gonna stay on the same side of the machine. You'll go to one red spring and you'll walk it forward to the front of the machine. Left foot will be next to the front platform, right heel back edge of the carriage. In 4, hold your lunge. In 3, 2, bring it down, hold your lunge, Shiva kicks. Final set of Shiva kicks. Squeeze your inner thighs. Sit your left glute down and back. Make sure your left knee is over your left heel. In 4, 1 red spring. In 3, 2, and 1. Turn it around. So 1 red spring on your way forward for me, Josiah. You're gonna plant your left foot beside the front platform. Your right heel is gonna reach for the outer edge of your carriage. We're going spider lunge. So we're gonna bend down through the left leg. Right leg is gonna slowly send the carriage out. Slowly resist in. So square your shoulders a little more towards me. Good. So left hip, left knee are squared forward. Right leg is open, pressing out and back. And then just based on where you've set up your left foot, Josiah, walk your right foot over just a little bit more for me. Yep, that's just gonna give you a little more space for your hips. From here with the arms, where we are headed, as the right leg kicks out, we're gonna go tricep kickback. And as the right leg resists the carriage in, we're gonna go hammer curl. So little hinge forward from the hips here. Core is strong. Right, you want to keep a really nice alignment from the crown of your head through your tailbone. And the focus is the left glute, okay? So this is a full body exercise like so many of our exercises are, but there's typically something that we're focusing on, right? So we're in our left leg series, which means we want to feel this the most in the left leg. I think I just hit my mic. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. So drive your left heel into the floor, sit your left glute down and back, and hinge forward from the hips a little more. In 3, send it back and hold. In 2, 1, send the right leg out, hold strong straight arms. Give me a little pulse with those arms, little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me that hammer curl, bend your right knee in. From here, I want you to pulse the arms, little hammer curl pulses, and I want you to pulse your left glute down and back. So pulse down through the legs, keep the carriage steady, pulse down through the legs, pulse up with the arms. You're here for 10, 9, we go back to full range of motion in 4, 3, 2, full range right here. Stay in the exercise, sit your left glute down and back. Stronger through the core, stronger with the arms, everything a little bit slower. Up next, standing outer thighs, left foot on the front platform, right foot on the carriage. Keep your weights. You have 10 seconds. I want you to sit down a little lower in this spider lunge for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing outer thighs. Left foot to the front platform, right foot to the carriage. If you're using straps, feet inside. From here, as you press the carriage out, we're gonna go chest opener, strong straight arms. You're gonna press the arms back as you hinge forward from the hips. Resist the carriage in, little more upright through the spine. Here's the deal. You are gonna see this move twice today. You do work both legs evenly. Okay, and we're not gonna be in this move quite as long as normal. These next 3 exercises are really seamless to transition between, so rather than being in each leg exercise for the full 2 minutes or more, we're gonna be here for 1 minute and 20. So let's send that carriage out. Let's find a hold in 3, 2, send it out, hold, hinge forward from the hips. Little pulses with the legs, maybe a little pulse with the arms too. Stronger through the abs. You're here for 4, for 3, 2, full range of motion. Do not let the carriage come in so close that you lose the tension in the outer thighs. Stay in the outer sides of the glutes. Good. You've got 15 seconds left in standing outer thighs. Skating is on deck. You are gonna keep space between the carriage and the front platform this entire time. You're gonna keep your weights. In 5, we're gonna sit down halfway into a squat. In 4, 3, 2, right here, we're gonna sit down into our squat position. From here, hold your left leg really, really steady. Right leg is slowly gonna send the carriage out. Right leg is slowly gonna resist the carriage in. Let's layer in a tricep kickback. So as the right leg extends out, arms are gonna extend back as well. Chin is off the chest, bend the right knee, bend both elbows. So isometric hold on your left leg. I want your left foot pushing down into that front platform like crazy, and I want you to really think about sealing down the outer edge of that foot, right? This is about the left leg, so you're putting in some active mental work into that left foot. Good. Like I said, each of these moves a little bit shorter for time, so I want you to ask yourself how you can up the intensity, right? Maybe you're gonna squeeze your abs a little tighter. Maybe you're gonna sit just a tiny bit lower, right? Maybe you're gonna reach your glutes back a little further, right? Like you're trying to reach a chair that's just a little bit out of your reach. Good, you've got 15 seconds. We're gonna get into some sliding squats next. In 4, let's find a squat hold. In 3, 2, bring it on down. Let's just find a squat hold. I want your weights loaded right in front of your chest here. Core is tight. Try not to rest the weights on your shoulders, but keep them out in front. You're gonna press the carriage out a little bit further. So really seal down the outer edges of both feet. Feel both legs working evenly. From here, you're gonna start to lift out of your squat, and as you do so, allow your stance to become a little bit more narrow. So as you sit down into this squat, you're pressing the carriage out, you're working evenly through both legs, and as you lift up, carriage is coming in. Now, if the weights were just holding them here, right, they're adding a little bit more intensity. If you need to ditch the weights, ditch them. If you feel anything in your lower back, ditch the weights. Keep going. This move is nice and hard just as is. Good. I have a little gift for you up next. We are going to lay down. We're going to do some glute bridges. Now, you're welcome to take your weights for these glute bridges and rest them on your hips if you like, or you can ditch the weights. Your call. You've got 20 seconds. So probably enough time to do one more really perfect sliding squat, pausing at the bottom, check in that the knees don't knock in. Good, final 10 seconds. Head, neck, and shoulders will be on your carriage, feet on the floor in front of your front platform. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So carefully step both feet to the floor. Have a seat on top of your front platform. Lower head, neck, and shoulders down onto your carriage. Good, how's that?
Good.
Perfect. From here, I want you to stabilize the carriage. Just start with a glute bridge. So lift your hips up and hold. Find a little bit of an energetic squeeze between your inner thighs, right? And feel your body in space. You want your heels right beneath your knees. Good. From here, we're gonna lower the hips down, tapping that front platform, drive through the heels, squeeze the glutes. So you're welcome to rest some weights on top of your hips. Good. Beautiful. And this is one of 3 variations we're gonna do in this move. So if you feel like you have too much resistance kind of pushing you around on the carriage, really simple, just walk your feet forward. And if you feel like you need a little more support from the spring tension, walk your feet closer to your front platform. So you can fine tune this and make it just right. In 4, we're gonna hold the hips up. In 3, 2, hold the hips up, squeeze your glutes. We're going hamstring walkouts. So I want you to walk your left foot forward, and then walk your right foot forward, and then walk the left foot in, walk the right foot in, and then go to the other side. So right foot's gonna walk out, left foot walks out, walk in, walk in. And you should feel your hamstrings start to light up here. Now, really important, you're gonna keep your hips lifted. So keep driving through the heels, keep lifting the hips up, strong through your core. We're gonna go 20 seconds like this. We're gonna finish out with some knee drives, so a little bit more glute, a little bit more core work, and then we're getting back up onto our feet. Let's go 15 seconds in these walkouts. Relax your neck, relax your forehead, or that space between your brows, right? Unfurrow your brow. In 4, hold the bridge. In 3, 2, hold the glute bridge. From here, you're gonna drive your right knee in towards your chest, and then you're gonna drive the left knee in towards the chest. Perfect. And you're gonna keep your foot flexed, you're gonna keep the knee bent to 90, you're just driving that knee in towards the chest. So using your core. Awesome job here, Josiah. I didn't preview these moves for him, and I'm pretty sure this is his first time doing these. So you're killing it, babe. Good job. Keep driving those knees in towards you. Strong core, strong glutes. We are getting ready to come up to standing. We're gonna work through our right leg series in reverse, okay? So it's just gonna fly on by. In 4, let's hold our bridge. In 3, 2, I want you to hold your bridge. You're gonna lower the hips down an inch, lift up an inch, down an inch, lift up an inch. Little pulses. Final 15 seconds in this glute bridge. We're gonna stand up with our right foot on the front platform, left foot on the carriage. You're gonna grab your weights. We're gonna start in a squat hold. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So carefully lower the hips down, carefully roll all the way up to seated. It'll be right foot on the front platform, so you're facing me, Josiah. Left foot on the carriage, you're gonna start in a squat hold, right? So we're coming down to the bottom of the squat hold. Weights are gonna load at the fronts of the shoulders. Send your carriage out a little bit further. Seal down the outer edges of the feet. And now we're doing that sliding squat. So let the carriage drift in as you start to rise up closer to standing, and then press the carriage out. A lot of intention as you sit into your squat. Awesome work here, Josiah. So outer edges of the feet are really gonna stay sealed down here. Glutes are really sitting down and back behind you. And we're trying to keep those weights off the shoulders so that you're keeping the shoulders working rather than just kind of resting the weights there. It's just a little bit more work for your shoulders, for your core, for everything. Good, and remember, like I said, we're in these moves for a little bit less time, so I want a little bit more intention on your part, meaning you are really paying attention to how you're moving the body, right? If you've got a mirror nearby, check in with your form, right? And then ask yourself how you could make it more challenging. You've got 5 seconds. We're gonna hold our squat halfway down. We go right into skating in 3, 2. So halfway down into that squat, shift some energy over into your right leg. So really push down through that right foot. Now from here, left leg's gonna skate out. It's a tricep kickback with the arms, right? A little hammer curl on the way in. So skating, definitely not about how low you can get in the squat, right? It's about how much energy and attention you can send down into that right foot. So as you drive your right heel down into the front platform, as you seal down the outer edge of the right foot, maybe slightly push off of that front platform, you're gonna feel the right side on fire. Left leg is working as well. It's gonna feel a little bit more intense on this side because we just worked our left leg. Good. Check in to see if you're sort of starting to round through the upper back, right? That's something we do when we start to get a little tired. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, open up your chest, chin is off the chest, spine is aligned, abs a little bit tighter for me. You've got 20 seconds in this move. We're gonna finish out this little series with our standing outer thighs and a chest opener, and then we're moving on. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, let's go standing outer thighs in 3, 2, slowly come to standing. We're going standing outer thighs, same arm movement, little chest opener here. So if at some point you gotta ditch the weights, no big deal, but I do want you to keep the motion going with the upper body, right? So with that chest opener, strong straight arms, you're hinging from your hips, you're pressing the arms back, so you're gonna get triceps, a little bit of lat work as well, and a ton of core in this move. Working through both legs evenly. That means I want you to seal down the outer edges of the feet, and I want you to keep your body weight centered between both legs. Good. We are just about 35 seconds left in this move. You've got your spider lunge for your right leg next. So your right foot is going to step to the floor currently that is behind you, and we're gonna turn to face the front of the machine. You've got 20 seconds left in this exercise. Let's go ahead and find our little hold right here. Send it out, little hold. You're gonna pulse the legs out, you're gonna pulse the arms back. Little pulse the legs, little pulse the upper body, strong core. You're here for 4, 3, 2, slowly resist in, full range of motion, 10 seconds. Spider lunge, right foot beside the front platform, left heel at the back edge of your carriage in 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot to the floor behind you. Place it beside your front platform. It's a quarter turn to the right. Nice work, Josiah. Left heel is gonna find somewhere to press into the carriage, and you're slightly opening your left hip. So left knee, left middle toes, left hip, all same direction. And you can get into that spider lunge, Josiah. So sending the left leg out. It's a tricep kickback with the arms on the way out. It's a hammer curl as the left knee bends. Good. Now remember what I said? Focus is the right leg. Okay, I know so much of your body is working in this move, right? Like every part of your body, both legs, the core, the arms, but the focus is the right leg. So keep that in mind as we add on these options to make our workouts more effective. We don't want to lose sight of what we're focusing on, right? So the right leg is what you want to feel the most. Couple ways to help you with that. Check in that the right knee is over the right heel. Maybe hinge forward from the hips a little bit more so your chest is a little more over the right leg. That puts more body weight in the right leg. Actively drive your right heel into the floor the entire time. Good, let's send the left leg out and hold. Strong straight arms. From here, we're gonna pulse the arms up. Little pulse the arms up. Stronger through your core. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm proud of you. Stay with us. Here's 3, 2, bend the left knee in, Hammer curl with the arms. You're gonna pulse down through the right leg. You're gonna pulse up with the arms. So little pulse of that hammer curl, pulse the right hip down and back. You're here for 10. Can you get lower for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, full range of motion. Hit that spider kick with the tricep kick back. Right here, you've got 15 seconds. One white spring. Stay on the same side of the machine you're already on. Walk it to the back. It is reverse curtsy floor lunge for your right leg. You have 5. Ditch your weights in 4, 3, 2. Set your weights down. Turn around. You go one white spring. Take your carriage with you to the back. Right foot plants to the left-hand side of your back platform. Right toes tuck behind you to the carriage. So big hinge forward as you lower down into this lunge. Right, and then check in. Is anything feeling funky in the lower back, the hips, the knees? If so, just kind of kitty corner, turn your body away from the machine a little bit until you feel things line up the way they need to. Think about alignment from the crown of your head all the way down through that back heel, right? So when we lower into this lunge, we're hinging forward. We're pausing at the bottom of the lunge where you feel the most work, right? Take that moment to pause and then dig down through the right heel. Squeeze the entire back line of your right leg to rise up. Do not lock out your knee at the top. Take it right back down. So listen, this is going to be our final leg exercise here. You have just a couple of exercises left in class. That's it, okay? So take a deep breath, soften your shoulders. Let's bring it on down and hold in 3, 2, bring it down, hold. Really reach your right glute down and back. Let's go Shiva kick. Squeeze the inner thighs. Left knee squeezes in behind right knee. Good. Keep sitting your right glute down and back. You're here for 4, for 3, 2, back leg is long. Drive through the right heel. Slowly lift. Don't let your right knee push towards your toes. Right back down. 30 seconds to go. We got one more set of those Shiva kicks, okay? We're gonna make this transition really freaking effective and smooth. I just want you to know you have reverse catfish on deck. So hands to the high handlebars. You'll step your right foot back to meet your left. All right, in 4, hold your lunge. In 3, 2, hold that reverse curtsy floor lunge. Let's go Shiva kicks. Left knee behind right knee. Squeeze the inner thighs. Final 10 seconds in this move. Both hands to the high handlebars. Right foot meets your left. Reverse catfish in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reverse catfish. Both feet together on the carriage. Catfish for me. Feet side by side. There you go. Lock your chest over that back platform. Thumbs point forward. Scoop through the low belly. You should feel this reverse catfish really deep and low in the core. So just think about bending the knees in and then sliding the carriage out a little bit. And you want to try to keep those hips lifted the whole time. Good, good, good. Perfect. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Awesome job, Josiah. Listen, you've got 2 more moves on deck. That's it. 2 more moves after this one. Scoop through the belly. If you've got to reset, that's okay. Just get back into it. I know some of these exercises start to get a little more aspirational, and that is okay, right? You take it 10 seconds at a time, you pause, you get back into it. You do the best that you can. We're going to bring our forearms to the back platform, knees to the carriage. We go giant reverse kneeling crunch in 3, 2, 1. So bring your knees down to the carriage, forearms to the back platform, and we're going to hit a kneeling crunch. So you're going to push down in the forearms, round through the upper back, round through the core, and then lengthen and back out into that kneeling plank. Big exhale, squeeze. I want you to pay attention to where you feel the most work in your abs throughout this range of motion in the crunch, and then start to adjust your crunch, right? So maybe making that range of motion a little smaller. Maybe we don't lengthen all the way out to kneeling plank. Maybe we don't drive the knees in quite so much. Maybe we stay kind of in this middle range, okay? And I can't tell you what that range of motion is for you without being able to see your body on the other side of the screen, but I want you to feel it. Right? Where do I feel the most engagement in my abs? And I'm going to stay a little closer to that range of motion the whole time I'm here. All right, we're coming up to the hands, up to the toes. Your finisher is here, friends. In 3, give me a giant reverse plank. In 2 and 1, walk it up to the hands, walk it up to your feet. Giant reverse plank. From here, you are going to tap your right foot to the floor, step your right foot beside your left, bend your knees towards your left elbow. Give me a twisted bear. Good. Lengthen back out through center. Tap your left foot to the floor. Left foot next to right. Both knees come towards the right shoulder, twisted bear. So you're going to tap Step the feet together, twisted bear, squeeze through the waistline. So wherever foot is tapping, right, you're gonna basically twist your knees to the other side for that twisted bear. And if you get totally confused, no big deal. You got 22 seconds left in your workout, 22 seconds left in your class. Less than that now because I've been talking. Challenge yourself here. If you found the end of your rope, tie a knot, hang on. We're gonna finish strong, finish how you wanna feel. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, keep moving. You have 7, 6, 5, hips lifted a little more. Last 3, 2, 1, child's pose, you are done. Sit your hips to your heels, stretch the arms forward. Allow your hips to sink towards your heels. And maybe stretch your fingertips a little further forward. Great freaking job. Awesome, awesome work. All right, take a deep breath, towel off, grab a sip of water. Whenever you're ready, we'll make our way up to seated. Okay, make sure you're taking time to cool down, to stretch things out. But if you'll turn to face us, let's seal in this workout. Let's seal in all that hard work with 2 deep breaths. So inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Great job. Awesome work, friends. Thank you so much for being here.